Hello. Got a fun stream today. Essentially, what I want to do is use this new Warhammer website, Risotto's Arena. They're a community member. They set this up. I'm going to go to open play over here. Unfortunately, I'm not going to show my sign-in info. But, yeah, we're going to be using that to play some ladder games. Now, this is also a promotional stream to get people to try out the ladder. It's actually a pretty well set up site. And the hope is that we can get some good games in. I want to play Slaanesh. You are free to come in and try and counterpick me, because I really want to test out this faction. Last time I played them, it went horribly. I did terrible. Excuse me. So I need to redeem myself. I need to relearn Slaanesh as a faction. Who knows? Maybe they really did need those buffs. We'll see. But yeah, all you gotta do is go to the link in the description on Twitch. I'll go ahead and pin it until the end of the stream, and then we're good. Yeah, we're not going to talk about last time. Today's a new day. Only wins. You try full Slaaneshi Cav army. Honestly, that's what we're going to be doing a lot of the times. I really want to use Pleasure Seekers. I know they're very good. We've queued up, by the way, for the website. So if anybody wants to join, now is the time. Now is the time. And fingers crossed we can get some good opponents. I haven't actually played Slaanesh in a long time against top players, because the problem is they keep banning it from me. Or like I would only play Slaanesh against them in really good matchups. But like, unlike Maximilianaire, who just always plays vampire counts and will get practice in bad matchups to get better with them, I've kind of just learned how to pub stomp with Slaanesh, and that's bad. That's very bad. So yeah, we'll see what we can get. Are regular Seekers even good? Yeah, they did pretty bad last time I took them. They are the cheapest armor-piercing cavalry for Slaanesh. So in my head, they're really important for beating stuff like Pegasus Knights. If you take Pleasure Seekers, it's not nearly as good. Yeah, I'd really love to see Pope Patty. I want to face Pope Patty's Batonia. But yeah, Pleasure Seekers are very easily countered, but if they're not, they're really strong. It's a weird situation. The Mask and Dreadmaw are banned, by the way, on this ladder. Other than that, though, we're good. Fiends are the answer. I ran Fiends, yes, or last time. It didn't even go that well. So, I don't even know. They're obviously still really good, but I don't think they're like an extreme trump card. Or was it on stream? I might have done it off stream. But yeah, I don't know. They're still really expensive cavalry. When I ran Fiends, my mental was already broken. Yeah, I'll be trying all of the cavalry and get a good sense of what I like, what I don't like. Will we get what tournaments is this? This is the ladder stream. So we're using this bad boy. Link in the description. So you just sign up with your Discord to make sure that there's no smurfing. Then you click this open play button. And then like you can see it flash for half a second there. Let me see if I can spam click. Yeah, you see queue availability challenges. So you can like go there to queue up. Let me see if I can actually, maybe I'll just take a screenshot. Maybe I'll just take a screenshot and then that'll do. So we grab this here army blocker and instead use the screenshot that I just took. Yeah. So like once you actually queue up, it'll kind of look like this. And then presumably someone's gonna try and match into me. The hope is eventually we can get a more regular, you know, ladder of people here where they just queue up to find matches. But right now, the plan is to start off with some streams to do it. I know some of you guys have always wanted to face me. Now is the time. Stream snipe me. Do it. The call is really amazing. The call is amazing, but they can't beat the main tides. So like without the mask, Slaanesh is actually like doing way worse first man tides. You basically have to roll the dice a bit. And either go like mass Forsaken, like infantry styles to try and break the front line, or something else. And the army ability charges up slower than ever, so I can't even make use of that like I used to. It's all falling apart, but we'll see. Checking the total tavern mod right now. Once it's fixed, you're coming to get me? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You guys are welcome to try and bring Batonia versus me. You've seen what needs to be done to defeat me. The invitations are open. I wonder if we'll get like some top level players. We'll see. At some point, I believe if I've queued long enough, the bot should message other people. Like it should DM people who've set up their queuing range, basically. Like you can set up a time where you're like, yes, if someone is queued up, I want the bot to message me to let me know that matches are available. So it's pretty cool. And you can set it up for like any time of the day. So if you only have like an hour a day, you can set it up so it only messages you then. It's pretty hype. Devotees. What if the secret is devotees? I am kind of interested in beating infantry builds with like Forsaken rushes. Obviously Slongors were nerfed. Not by that much though. Actually no, the HP nerf was the thing that really did them in, right? I do wonder if Demonette rushes are good. Pretty sure they're just okay if you see some armor. Like having Demonettes in reserve is a lot more forgiving now, but yeah. Will the 04 turn into 4-0 today? Fingers crossed, man. Yeah, we're back for vengeance. And you know, maybe if Slaanesh is just a much more difficult faction now, at least I can finally play my faction main to my heart's content. Devotee maxing when? Oh my gosh. If they actually had the Dark Elf passive instead of the crappy version, like this Murderous Mastery is so much worse. It's like less everything, man. Murderous Mastery for these guys is worse than Murderous Prowess for Dark Elves. Because the main thing is the Vigor regen. Like getting set to full Vigor again is insane. But now it's just like, ah, yeah, when they get 120 kills. Wait, no, 40 kills. 120 seconds. Whew. Okay, 40 kills is a little bit more reasonable. You can like shoot guys up. And then charge in, I guess. We have some options. But yeah, hopefully, if no one queues up, Trizik will show up in a bit. Should be fun. And we found a match. Hey, we got Muty Dangler. We got the Dangler. All right, here we go. I see. So you've come to kick me while I am down. I do really appreciate you matching up. That queue time was taking a little while. I did, you know, at the peak, when I was able to get Warhammer ladders going. When I had my own Warhammer ladder set up. You haven't played in like a week and a half? Oh boy. But yeah, there were like games regularly. You know, I think there was like what, 200 matches a day or something? Maybe more, I don't know. But there were a ton of matches. But the problem is you need to put in a lot of time and effort to do that. And the scene right now, because of the lack of updates, it doesn't go nearly as well. Where is the pick your faction, Slaanesh, lock in. Okay. Start match. Okay, nice. And they're playing greenskins. Who would have guessed? Longors nerfed into the pits. Okay, let's try different things. Let us try many a thing, and we'll see kind of what works, what doesn't work. Danglers on their way. So maybe this is I know Dakala is amazing. I really like Dakala. I did feel the lack of infantry clearing with the mask previously, though. But Dakala is certainly a menace. Meaty Dangler said the answer was fiends. What if I just take 3 pleasure seekers and 3 fiends? And that's my whole army. Done and done. I do really want to try some sick Oloresta. We're kind of in the experimental phase right now. We are truly in a big ol' experimental phase for our Slaanesh. Because, man, the changes are wild. What if Spawn of Slaanesh is the new meta? What if? Then what? Bring 1 Hell Scourge chosen? What do they even do? I guess they can look at Black Orcs for a little bit. Let's see, how do I balance money? How do I do this? Yeah, I feel like the Olores is like so expensive. Like 1,500 gold when you start taking all the abilities. That is ludicrous. How do you even afford such things? Oh, perfect. Okay. Money has lined up, people. The end is nigh for the Dangler. Watch him just completely wreck me. I recoup myself, though. My shattered morale is back. We're at a solid 5 leadership. If we win this game, mayhaps it shall go higher. We'll change the banner. There we go. Okay, yeah, let's just try this. Let's just try something nice and basic and see where we end up. I will say the Arwar Horseman nerf is pretty nasty. That's a decent gold loss. It's not the end of the world, though. If you think of Hell Scourge as Black Orcs, they become way better. Oh, so you're saying like my Hell Scourge chosen are basically Black Orcs. That's kind of nifty. Do they beat Foot Squires, though? Like, do they actually win that fight? Because what I find is, because armored infantry is the slowest unit type in the game, your opponent, if they were to do well, your opponent just doesn't have to fight them. And if they're going to do bad, your opponent can always choose to fight them. So you would need to manufacture a scenario where you force an engagement. Like, if they need to defend their archers, and the Hell Scourges are a little faster than other warriors, then maybe. Maybe. a little expensive though, right? Black Orcs are only 1k. They don't die and can grind a 1v3. Like, yeah, in a vacuum. One Tomb King's Chariot clears them like it's nothing. Any amount of single entities just clears them. And then you're down a whole, like, Fiend. You gotta have a minus Fiend. I don't know. I will be experimenting today, though. Absolutely. Today is a day of experiments. The only time they don't do good is artillery. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What about ranged play? We just like have a bunch of cheap range units shooting them from every direction. Or you have like big monsters like a Sphinx. Or you have even armor-piercing cavalry can do okay, but they'll just avoid them. And then what targets are they going to catch? Look, I'll see. All right, we'll see. I'll try them out. Clearly, people hold these chosen in very high regard. And Tissy, what do you think about the new-ish Petonia build that is a load of peasant cav? A load of peasant cav? We've already seen that a little bit before, but are they leaning in harder nowadays? With like Alberic or something? I don't think it's too different from what we've seen before. Not entirely unexpected, but, you know, I'm happy that we're seeing more builds. Is my washed goat gonna get down with the dirty again? I think so. Today's the day. Hellscourges lose, but they lose extremely slowly. So, like, I think if, like, Hellscourges would be pretty good in some factions. Like a Cathay, where you have a backline to defend. But losing really slowly doesn't help with Slaanesh. Because it's not like they're setting up for a flank. You can flank with or without your front line dying slowly. Now, if they slowly were winning, and your opponent had to pull in forces to clear them out, that makes openings for your cavalry to come in. And that's where the juice is. But I very much do not value losing slowly. We'll see, though. First game is going to be against the Dangler. Twitch integration, huge. Oh, the UI in this game sometimes. But, yeah, we will give it a go. Not this battle, though. This battle, I'm trying out Pleasure Seekers. So the big question is, if my opponent runs Buna, do these guys become the absolute worst idea known to man? Or are they actually not bad? On the one hand, Buna counters them pretty hard, right? Like, obviously, Buna is the works. But I can outrange Buna. And if that's the only magic you have, you're not going to have sniping magic for Dakala or my caster. We can speed amp them with Locus of Swiftness.
Who can I play with?
I have opportunities. So we're gonna try it out. Dangler's gone for their usual Black Orc sack, and they don't have Buna. Now, if he brought a reserve River Troll Hag, that ends up being a little too inefficient still. So, like, reserve River Troll Hag is cool and all, but, you know, going double Spellcaster is enough of a setback where, yeah, I might get countered, but it's still fine. So I'd say this is okay. This guy has some sniping abilities. Great thing about Dakala is that they can just roll on in. Missile block's not going to work against the spell casting. So Dakala instead is going to use the ward save ability. Reserve River Troll Hag has arrived. But the question is, will it be enough? I brought my cheap Demonettes. The great thing about them is that the pricing is much better for Slaanesh now. If you have some spare change, it's pretty hype. And I'm just saving up for Pleasure Seekers. River Troll Hag has the Spirit Leech. So we'll see if we'll see what that does. The call is just gonna be real annoying. And if he Spirit Leeches me, he's gonna have fewer Bunas. So I honestly kind of welcome it. Goes for the, yeah, the cooldowns. Goes for them cooldowns on the Dakala. That's okay. Okay, Dakala's kind of taking some work, though. Kind of taking a little bit of work. I might need to save Dakala, even. Oh, he wants to Buna these guys. All right. All right, that's okay. To the trees. Well, I have a triple cap. I guess I don't need to go in for the big fight. Is he in range? Just barely out of range. Let's go. Gotta be real careful. Dakala obviously doesn't heal. We did use up one of his don't even try it, though. But they are a little injured now. Here's the thing, though, right? This build only has access to 4 Bunas, and he didn't even bring the extra magic. So realistically, he only has 3 Bunas. I have 3 Pleasure Seekers. That's all his Winds of Magic, and Buna doesn't even kill them fully. So, like, life is chill, right? He's just gonna sit back, relax, but we got a triple cap here. We got the little hit squad on the far side. This is good. Good in land battle for Hammer and Anvil. Like, you're using a really expensive unit. I don't know, man. I don't think that's how Hammer and Anvil... I don't think that's how it works a lot of the time. Because, like, how... If you look at this formation, right? How do you Hammer and Anvil? If I had Chosen here, where is the opening for the Hammer, right? That's the problem. So I would need 3 Chosen to block these guys, and then more units on the flanks. But I would need to play wide. Oh my gosh, that's an Arachnarok spider. That's a whole Arachnarok spider. I think I'm gonna try and tango with it. I'm gonna see what the River Troll Hag decides to do. It might chuck out a Buna, we'll see. My infantry here can force the Greenskin army more forwards. This is very nice. We're gonna get some fiends going. If I can hold on to this for a little bit, I do win on a 1 cap, which is pretty nice. I want to try some sick plays here with this person. I'm pretty sure there are some amazing plays that can be made, but oh, maybe I can just get this Lord here. Okay, here we go. Speed amp time. We're going in for the speed. Ah, come on, attack. There we go. Gonna do this. That's a mega charge. Very nice. And that might just end him here, honestly. His Lord is getting massacred, and the Buna wasn't enough to clear this out. He's used his abilities, but they shall not matter because the Lord is so dead. Very nice. Then the Demonettes can fight the Black Orcs. That's great. And everything is now dying. You can see how the Buna doesn't really... It doesn't really counter the Pleasure Seekers, does it? Like, that's actually something very important to note. That it can actually hold like that. The Kala got the whirlwind of death over here. And this is just a massacre, right? This is just an absolute massacre. I believe it is. All these guys are wavering. Which is going to be huge for the rest of this formation here. Black Orcs are just being avoided. Yeah, I don't even know if the Black Orcs are doing that well. They're kind of dying to the Demonettes. Super Demonettes for the win. Very nice. I'm going to use this to get a little bit of a speed amp, and all my Pleasure Seekers are still alive. Not bad, actually. Not bad. These Forsaken can get a very nice flank over there. Demonettes are losing now, which is a little unfortunate. But the call is fine. Honestly, that was just me bullying his Lord. Let's be real. If you get a Lord snipe like that, every battle's gonna be just fine, isn't it? You can see the Black Orcs, Forsaken rear charge, doing pretty nice work over there. The Pleasure Seekers are cooking. I have army abilities for days. And my opponent has yet to secure a point. This is not bad. This is not bad. I will say Greenskins is not a great matchup here. For, not exactly a great matchup for the Greenskins. So we'll give them some leeway.
Favored champion.
But I did lose to Zinch earlier. Yeah, gotta be wary.
Me.
Now he's spirit leeching, so still no Buna action. Very good.
Killing thirst.
The call is gonna go ham. Gonna bring in the fiends. Not a single ticket. Not a single ticket. River Troll Hag is gone. Down for the count. Very nice. And then we have some very elite orc boys over here.
Regale me.
He's proc the Wog to keep this guy alive. Are you ready for some sick plays though? Look at this. There's the net, and I'm speed amped so I can get on top of them super fast, and then just charge and then no more. Maybe I should just spam Pleasure Seekers. Maybe they are the solution. Even with Buna, it wasn't even that bad. Which is kind of wild. That is kind of wild, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of nifty even. I did lose one of them though. But the other ones are still holding up. Love to see it. Debuffs on the Arachnarok Spider. I'm taking Enfeebling Foe mostly for the speed amps. But it's not bad in these kind of cases. It is getting a bit of work done. Very nice. I'm just gonna use this ability because I have a lot. Might as well put him on cooldown. Man, this Allure S dies so fast though. I gotta be really careful. Allure S has a lot of cool abilities. I still don't know if it's worth it though for the loss in army size. Oh my goodness, the Garlic, can you not die? 62 HP, she'll be fine. She'll be a-okay. It's all good. Allure S is gonna die though, but that's fine. Whoop. 62 HP. Oh crap, there goes the Garlic. It's fine. It's all good. The match is basically over. No, it's Mirror Leech. I can get more Pleasure Seekers. Yeah, that was okay. Obviously, it's mostly just like the early game working out so well for me. That got me here. We will need more matches to truly know. Do other Bretonnian players who decimated us playing this tournament? Not a tournament, just a laddering day. So if they see the stream and they want to play against me, they can just queue up on ladder and try to beat me up with Bretonnia. That is fully within their capabilities. I think a few of them might. A few of them may very well. So we'll see. 291. You can see I'm recording my my undead video. Pretty excited for it. GG, well played. Pleasure Seekers did great. 3,000 value is absurd. Yeah, Pleasure Seekers not bad. Let's take a look. 1,200. Fiends are pretty cool. This one got 2,000. His lore just got dumpstered. You see the Black Orcs? I don't know, right? It'd be the same with the Chosen, but yeah. Overall, though, good stuff. Those Ruglets were kind of painful too. But nice. I'm going to go back onto the ladder, and then I'm going to... Let's see, how do I do this? Queue again. You're in queue, you'll get a DM when a match is found. Hell yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Uh-huh. Alrighty. Nice. I got my next match. It's Ponty. Yo, yo. Very nice. Okay. So how do I, where does it show my match? Active match. Open. Select faction. All right. Nice. Yeah, it's basically a tournament. Basically what we have here is a tournament. We're still facing the usual suspects. Let's see here. Alley-oop. I need to like change some roles on my thingamajig. 1 second. Server settings. Roles? Let's see here. Oh man, sometimes Discord is I feel like it's so hard to manage all the pages. Okay, there we go. Should be good. What are we doing? Is Ponty playing Dark Elves? They're playing Dark Elves. We're on Road to Talipheim, okay. Now we're still not facing the filthiest. Still not facing the filthiest of, like, you know, counter picks against Slaanesh. But this is at least an interesting start. I want to try out some different playstyles. Stream running while you do the dishes. And you hear it. No! The enemy has slain our lord. I think I might as well just have... I need a button. I need a button that gets that little sound bite. That would be sick. Okay, but I want to try some fun stuff. I want to try something fun. You know, it's Dark Elves, the cool and all, but I believe they have some pretty gaping weaknesses. I believe they have some large weaknesses that we can exploit. Everyone talks about the Chosen of Slaanesh. I'm pretty sure versus Dark Elves, the Chosen of Slaanesh are the worst option. I'll wait for a better matchup for them. For sure. And instead, if it's Dark Elves... If it's Dark Elves, what's like a cool unit I could bring? You know what? Let's just try. I'm gonna try like 1 Chaos Warrior. And just see how it does. Skepticism can only be disproven in the field of battle. Do I run normal Seekers versus Dark Elves? A lot of people say the Seekers just suck. And maybe that's true. Maybe I should be spamming Hellstriders instead. Hellstriders and Fiends. Maybe. Sure, let's do it. Face me, Ponty. I should have it as a channel point redeem. Oh man, that'd be good. Chosen Hell Scourges are such chads. Alright, Chaos Warrior Hell Scourges as like a stepping stone. And then we'll go from there. 70 melee defense is kind of crazy versus factions that can't shoot them to pieces. The problem is charge bonus. I'm pretty sure anyone worth their salt is going to be able to charge bonus them to death. Like, if you don't... Realistically, most of the time, you should not be having your infantry in melee for, like, longer than a minute. In my head, you know, you should be using abilities and such to break through faster than that. So, it really doesn't leave a lot of space for them. But I'm ready to be wrong. I will admit I am under-practiced with infantry playstyles. Ready? Good luck, have fun.
Most exalted.
The thing is, like, you know, if they're only going to be in combat for a little bit and they're going to be losing anyways, why not just take Marauders? I think that's my big question. Oh, he cav maxed me. That's pretty funny. He has a Lord with, like, way too many abilities. That's pretty good. The problem is I'm not playing a very aggressive build, so it's going to be a little difficult to get those abilities down. So we got some Doomfire Warlocks. He's probably going to start snapping my Lord and whatnot. There's a Fireball. Fireball incoming. How good is my Lord at dodging? Nope. Fireball gets him. Alright. I just gotta get in there because these are mostly Dark Riders. They ain't that bad. Gonna get a little bit of a speed amp going. Why not? Forsaken here are gonna stall them out so that they do not capture this point. Fiends, of course, are very scary when they get speed amped. Very good at catching units. And that's gonna be pretty solid, I'd say. Now, it's mostly Dark Rider, so we know our Hell Scourges here will be perfect. This Lord will be rampaged very soon if they're not careful. This could be bad. This could just be a Lord Snipe situation. Already, hit number 1. Big damage. They're sticking with it, though. They want the fight. It's kind of insane, actually. As soon as they realize that this is a terrible decision for that Lord. What, they're still going for it? You crazy, man? Okay, alright. They're actually getting a lot of work done on my Lord. My Warrior Hell Scourges are not being very useful here. Still, though, this is a terrible situation. I can just rampage him. Get back here. Ain't no escape. And that might actually just... why are my guys walking? That might just be the end of them. Dueling the Greater Demon with the help of a Beastmaster that doesn't have the mass to actually jump him is very rough indeed. Again, it's just a Lord Snipe. This is what I mean, though, right? Earlier when I said that most of my Slaanesh plays, it's just like, it's kind of just making plays like this, but if someone plays really clean, it can almost feel impossible. In this case, though, we just killed his Lord for not even half the HP on my guy. We got the triple cap. And, yeah. The Fiends just murdered everything. Oh my goodness. What a massacre. Oh, what a massacre. Look at that guy. He's just terror routed. He's going to rally, too. And when he rallies, he's going to come back and get murdered. Because they don't move right away. Oh my gosh, so my Lord is not actually landing an attack. I think that Master's at one of those awkward speed ranges that make it really, that make him really good at playing keep away. Big fight over here, though, is good. Very nice. A solid match indeed. I'll just pendulum these guys. Finish the job. GG, well played. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. That was solid. Big old Slaaneshi play. This is a bad matchup for Dark Elves. Anyways, the infantry were kind of cool. These guys did nothing, though, right? So if I did bring proper Chosen, it would not have done anything because the speed. There's a lot of matches where sometimes they don't do anything. But it's kind of the same with all unit types. This caster had 4 abilities. She cast 1 fireball and flaming sword, and that got her like nothing. Very risky to take many abilities unless you think it's going to be a long game. The build was set up to be a long game, but the misplay made it very short. So doubly unfortunate for Ponty. Well played, though. Let's go ahead and queue into the next match. Did I just match into Ponty again? GG. I think we matched again. I think we did. I matched into Ponty again. Okay. Sure. Eastern Isle Colony. That's a pretty cool map. That's not a bad map. Because it's very close quarters. So maybe this is where I run the Chosen. Triple Chosen would have won that. Oh, man. Oh, the 1500. Jeez Louise. All right. I'll give Ponty a little bit of a break. We'll take the Chosen. I'll take the Chosen versus Ponty. Fiends are scary in general. Love their mass. Yeah, they're pretty hype. I wonder if like a mass infantry build involving Chosen can get some work done. I did really like the Exalted Keeper of Secrets. Having a essentially free rampage to the ground is just great. It's just a good time. But what infantry do I want? Other than Chosen, of course. Like, what is the best complement to Chosen? What, is it gonna be Devotee crossbows? Am I taking the Devotee crossbows? This is just a meme build at this point. I hope Ponty doesn't take it as rude. I'm just trying to experiment with different things. Devotee crossbows. What even is this build? What am I even looking at? I don't know. Dude, Triple Chosen is like all my money. That's actually half of my starting funds. All sunk into 3 units of infantry. How absolutely terrifying. I can't even chevron them, they're so expensive. What else do I want here? What if I just go hard on the Devotee crossbows? Yeah, sure, why not? Let's just have some fun. Spawn have the stat lowering muskets, perfect. Spawn it up, yeah. Slaanesh Chaos Warrior, forgot about the speed thing. What are they like? They are like normal fast infantry speed, right? Like just like, are they the same speed as like Empire Swordsmen? They're faster, right? They're 33. So technically they are fast for an infantry unit. But I don't think that argument's ever worked for the dwarves, so let's do this. Ready, good luck, have fun. So I got my lord. I got 5 units of infantry because everything here is expensive as butts. The lord is required because a dragon will immediately breath attack and kill everything. So I can't let him breath attack. That's just an instant loss. Still has 4 abilities. I think that's a terrible decision, but Ponty is still a veteran Dark Elf player. Maybe they got the strats. It's going to be a whack load of cavalry, and what we're going to do here is I'm just going to keep summoning devotees, and we're going to see how a strongman Slaanesh style works out. How do they do when they are forced to play a much slower playstyle? No, not the fireball. No. No, can I juke this thing? Oh, no jukes. No jukes acquired. He shot my devotees. Thankfully, that doesn't do too much damage. Okay, next up, we're going to move our Chosen here. Chosen are 33 speed. Wow, that's right. They have a capture weight of 7 because they cost all the money. So what I can do is I can kind of just box here. And we're going to see what his lord tries to do for the breath attack situation. Is she going for it? As long as I don't eat a full breath attack, it's fine. These chariots are wasting ammo, by the way. They should probably not be using this much. We'll see if he decides to doom bolt me. This feels so much worse. This feels way worse. As yeah, okay, there's a doom bolt. So if I go into these trees here, Strider doesn't give you tree phasing, right? Oh, let's go! Huge, amazing. Did you see that sick dodge? Did you see that sick doom bolt dodge? Holy smokes! Wait, I want to do that again. No, I whiffed. I whiffed. Oh, and he got the breath attack. What a ripoff. Oh, man. All right, well. I got the 2 points. That's what really matters. Don't do it, man. What are you doing? What are you doing, Ponty? No. How many times? How many times do I got to teach you this lesson, old man? Okay, we'll see. He might be able to kill all the cavalry this time around. Maybe he'll try running with the Lord a bit sooner. Oh, gotta dodge a burning head. And there's a rampage. Oh, not the flaming sword. Oh, no. Oh, no. The worst spell in the game. Holy crap, second dragon, though. That was pretty sick. He hit the Marauders, though. They have the Hell Scourge symbol. So it looks like they're a chosen, but really they're not. And that's kind of just a feel-bad situation. See, now begins the mass spell casting. Gonna see if we can use these guys to body block that Lord real quick. Gotta really maneuver to get into the right position for the bullying. I gotta range out ahead to body block like this. There we go. And then I need to like swoop around to make sure that we keep this chase properly. Because obviously if we kill this Lord, the match is basically over. DOT crossbows are actually pretty sick at melee, so they're actually going to... They should be able to win that pretty well. Should be able to win that fight, I think. We got some big murderage over here on the Doomfire Warlocks. Unfortunately, my Lord is not getting the best leverage in the world, but it's fine. Okay, yeah, my Lord's really not landing these attacks. How do I get him to attack, man? They should have a running attack animation. I don't know what's going on. Maybe if I can body block that dragon a bit more. Slow him down. Dude, sometimes I hate... Sometimes, I swear, CA... Can you fix your chasing mechanics? Ugh. I swear, I had her dead to rights, man. I had her dead to rights. And we got ripped off. Oh, man. I almost got my rampage back. I was trying all the tech too, the halt position, attack, the everything. But my Lord would just not cooperate. Now there's another breath attack. At the very least, my Lord can heal in the right circumstances. Ponty's Lord cannot. So that should work out pretty well. Value trading's a little sketchy, but I think we're still doing all right. Especially if I can kill off this master over here. Master of the beasts. Chosen. Sticking around doing their best. I believe this patch gave them ITP, which the Slaanesh passive already gives them. But you know what? Maybe there's something there. But at least they're not going to route to the dragon. That's the important part. Looks like he's trying to rear charge them or something. All right. Lord's fighting the master. It's going okay. Yeah, I don't know. These chosen literally just don't do anything, man. Am I crazy or what? I feel like they're just sitting there. Doing nothing. Slowly dying. Is this what the anvil... Is this what you guys imagine anvils are supposed to do? I guess, like, they're supposed to sit there and take a beating, but... I don't know. It's not a feel-good situation. I don't want my units to just die when they can be killing. I could have cavalry doing the same job, except they'd be actually a threat to his stuff here. I don't know. Impressed level is very low. But I will admit, this is not the perfect situation for them. They are still alive too, so in terms of raw holding power, it is still rather impressive indeed. He still hasn't captured this point, by the way. That's pretty nice. Yeah, he's kind of struggling to actually get him killed, which is pretty funny, right? Oh no, not the dragon. If he just YOLOs with the dragon, I don't even need a rampage yet. I was gonna, but I don't need to. Oh, and it's dead. All right, huge. Everything starts getting better the moment I start getting cavalry on the field. But, you know, I guess it's not too bad. This is not the worst. Do you see how he's just ignoring the chosen though? Like, this is not a very cool thing. They haven't paid for themselves yet. Like, they're fine. They're very fine unit. They are the most okay of units. With an extremely low skill ceiling. A lot of disappointment. When will you play Immortal Empires again? I'm playing it right now, just not on stream. I'm getting it done on as a video, so I'm working on Undead. It's pretty cool. Basically, I removed the undead attribute on Isabella. And it means I can't use Invocation of Nahek or Corpse Cards, which is kind of like the main undead meta. But there's a lot of things I can do to still win the campaign. I think I'll make for an interesting video. Anyways, it's like super over, unless he summons something insane. A Cold One Knights is not insane, unfortunately, though. I will say the Devotee crossbows did better than I thought they would. They were actually pretty hype. Because straight up, they just would not die to any cavalry charges. 45 melee defense, insane. And they actually have 44 speed base, which is also really crazy. Look at this. Look at that. 300 gold, bro. 900 gold. That's only okay. That's only okay, bro. It's not even... Oh, his lord's dead. His lord has died. Glorious. You have killed an enemy lord. Oh, crap. Wait, no. Is my lord dead? Wait, hold up. Yeah, they actually hit pretty hard. Oh, he's going for him. He's going for him. Lord's crumbling. But now his lord's routing, so I get a healing effect. Ooh. Ooh. You didn't even get the lord kill. It's brutal. Look at that. He's gonna live. I have leadership in a dream. Let's go. GG, Ponty. You did well. Okay, I need someone to actually, like, counterpick me, though. Somebody play Petonia, man. I need to test Slaanesh properly. Match complete. Ready for another? Yes, I've queued again. GG. DM Patty. Yeah, we need Pope Patty here. Pope Patty always has the most wild tech, too. Hey, what's up? Stefan Walther. Hello. Which factions do you recommend for a new PvP player? Probably Kislev, if you want a... Kislev is a very easy to manage mixed army faction. Combined arms. Khorne is a very easy to manage rush faction. Wood Elves is realistically the main kite faction. You can't really do much different there. Chaos is also really nice if you want very standard builds. So like if you're Chaos, straight up, okay? Actually, probably shouldn't give you too many horsemen. But if you play Chaos, this is like, it's a really solid build to have every single game. So you get Archaon, you get your Forsaken, you get a couple Horsemen, Hell Cannon in reserve, or the main army. And then you just spam Hellstriders for most of the game. Honestly, yeah, you're just spamming Hellstriders for most of the game. You can take Chimeras or Dreadmaw if they're not banned. Turns tournaments don't ban them. A lot of other people do, which I think is a little excessive, but hosts are gonna host. They get to choose at the end of the day. You can throw in an Ace on if you're feeling fancy, but realistically, you're just spamming Hellstriders and maybe like some Manticores or more Skirmishers, or like a second Hell Cannon. Like, you can use this versus almost every faction and then you're fine. Okay, Ponty has come back for revenge. They are facing me again. Honestly, I welcome it. Slaanesh. I'd love to see them try something other than Dark Elves, but it's gonna be Lost Temple. All right, here we go. Slaanesh. I wonder if there's like an insta-gib build I can take versus Ponty. They seem to be enjoying it though, you know, they're enjoying testing their metal. Let's see here. How else do I want to mix it up? What should I try here? When is season 2 of the Intensity Balance mod? I need to finish up the current running tournament. It's been going on a lot longer than I would have hoped for. And then we can give it a go. I'm working on videos a lot nowadays though, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know how I want to go about it is the issue. I don't know if I want like I don't know if I want to go like super hard on the balance mod or if I want to take it easy for a bit. Because it does require a lot of effort, but since I do have Trizic helping, I will be continuing it and putting in some patches as soon as the main tournament is complete. I've just been kind of really busy. The last 3 days I've been seeing fam. A lot of family gatherings. And then next week I have a friend's wedding to go to. That's going to be crazy. It's busy. It's very busy. Okay, I'm going to try this crazy build. I should also try out some champions of Slaanesh. Those are pretty cool, I feel. Let's change our banner. Something not too similar to Ponty's. And what do I want to run? Demonettes. Horsemen? I don't know. Chariots? Yeah, what if secret chariots are like secretly OP nowadays? What if something changed for them? All right, here we go. Working again. I will be joining shortly. Ah, hell yeah. Are we gonna have a sick Pope Patty match? All right, here we go. Let's try this build. Pretty good luck, have fun. Okay, so this is the just kill him build. If he goes for the exact same build, he immediately dies. I better see some spawn. I will try spawn if I am up against a completely new player. I have no faith in the spawn. Stop farming wins. I'm waiting for him to counterpick me. Suiticity. Yeah, I'm gonna be suited up. It's gonna be hype. Oh, it's a different build. Double Charybdis, Supreme Sorceress of Fire, still with a lot of spells. Flaming Sword is not useful. The damage gain you get from Flaming Sword is always less than a Burning Head. Like, basically always less. Unless, I don't know. There's like a very, very small handful of situations where it's better. Sometimes it can be like a cooldown thing. This should be a fun fight at least. So the cool thing here, right, is obviously Blackguard of Naggarond are pretty exciting. I actually have equal capture weight to him though, so he still can't get the point. Such a troll, look at this, we're trolling. So I'm just gonna kind of camp this location. And then, yeah, I can start pulling back now. Let me teach you about real hammer and anvil strategies, okay? Everybody here thinks you need an anvil to smack a guy in the face with the hammer. And I'm telling you guys right now, that is just incorrect. That is very incorrect. So I'm just gonna go here. He chucks out a flame storm, does a bit of damage. It's a little rough, but we'll live. But yeah, if I just position... Oh, he actually friendly fired himself. That's unfortunate. If I do this, get some free hits on these Blackguard here, I can start bringing in Seekers and the like too. He chucks out the Burning Head. Whoops, I walked back into the Flame Storm. I forgot how long it can last. Is that an overcast Flame Storm? Overcasting it does make it last longer. Let's see here, yeah. Just cycle charge him. With the Seekers, I'm going to get some Furies. He's obviously saving up money for something, so I have to be a little careful. You can see, right? Like, I don't need Chosen. Who the crap needs Chosen of Slaanesh? Oh, okay. So he's saving up because he knew I was going to jump whatever he summoned. That's pretty funny. Well, let's just jump whatever he summons. What is he going to do? Charge in with the Harpies? I'm sure he has more coming, but as it stands right now, this is definitely not enough. They should just be able to kill the Medusa, but I have to be careful. It does have an AoE attack that I must be a little wary of. Fury's over here. Gotta be a little careful too. Charybdis is on the run. Those Harpies have indeed been murdered though. Very nice. You can see those Blackguard really are not cooking very well. These ones are dead. Oh, it's a Burning Head. Very unfortunate that we did get that dodge. And then if we just charge in here with the Furies, like I said, nobody needs an anvil when you have hammers flying around. Plus, I'm gonna get a Lord kill. Oh, he does get his passive triggered though. That's actually... It's actually pretty nifty. If I can just kill his Lord though, and then no more Flame Storms are good. So though, I do wonder about the Bretonnians. Like obviously Slaanesh can bully Dark Elves, but Bretonia is gonna be such a different beast, you know? I really don't know how it's gonna go. Whoop. Gotta be a little careful there. I didn't even need to use a spell yet, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I believe we could just kill off this here Lord with a bit of a Hellstrider charge. See the Blackguard over here getting bullied. The Charybdises. They're kind of cool because they stop the Furies. They make the Furies way worse because they'll crumble a lot faster. But even they are not enough. Oh crap, the Lord lived. I'll just finish her off by doing some of this. And then the Charybdis, if I just collapse in on it, it will die. And then we get the Riders of the Mighty Serpent here. Oh, that's actually pretty. Oh, he resummoned. He got another Charybdis? No, that was a Charybdis from earlier. Okay. That actually got a lot of work done. That little guy coming in there. But yeah, this is why I think Chosen suck. If you have, if you disagree, you know, that's what the chat is for, I guess.
We cannot refuse.
The only anvil is the mound of corpses from prior charges. I like that. I like that thought process. I can rampage these guys too to make it so that they don't brace with a charge. That's pretty hype. Unfortunately, he braced for the charge because the rampage wasn't active yet, but whatever. Whatever. Let's get those Furies in there. Oh, he actually turned around. That's like the worst thing he could have done. Had he stuck with the charge, at least they could have gone a little bit of extra damage. But that kind of puts him in an awkward position. Is this Charybdis gonna die yet? I will say they are surprisingly tanky. 35% missile resist. Kind of terrifying. A little bit of deeps, I gotta say. Unfortunately, I've kind of just been ignoring them for most of the battle. The Medusa, though, is still alive. That was actually a slightly bad situation for me, but with the Lord dead, there's really not much that can be done. It's basically screwed no matter what. And then we'll see if we can face Pope Patty, though. Mayhaps Pope Patty can help us in the Bretonnian matchup.
It brings souls.
Makes you so sad to see elite halberd units have so little HP. I think it would be really cool to give halberd units more HP in general. Like actually having them be extremely tanky would be pretty cool. I think the problem is in campaign. Like all these units are better if you're bad. Maybe I shouldn't phrase it like that. All these units are much better if they're not being hard countered. And in campaign, you see a lot of hard countering. Or not, my bad. You see like no hard countering. In multiplayer, you only see hard countering. So what happens, right? Like cavalry just suck in campaign because nobody knows how to use the unit. It makes it really awkward balancing this game at all. And then you have a whole unit type that is countered by right-clicking. By micro. It's sad. Yeah, you know, if you make them cheaper, that obviously will always make it better. But then it's not really because they're elite, it's just because there's a lot of them. Which can, you know, I think that can help. Just having so many elite units, you can't really maneuver around them. And then they cook super hard, maybe. Alright, very nice. GG. Well played, Ponty. We will see if we have Pope Patty. Maybe I'm gonna match versus the Pope. I think that would be funny. I think that'd be very funny. Oh, wait. Wait, apparently I can be challenged by a player? Scroll down on the landing page and... Apparently I can be challenged by Pope Patty specifically. Pope Patty's challenge. Nice. Okay, let's do that. Face me, Pope. Pope Patty's challenge. Or how does this work? It's showing I'm okay. It just brought me to the ladder. Okay, I don't know how this site works sometimes, but we'll see if I can match into the Pope. Let's adjust this win-loss. Pretty good values all around. Yeah, if you can just you can bully Blackguard like that, I don't think they'll be super great in general. I don't know how I feel about this guy, by the way. He doesn't bring a lot to the table, but he is a cheap Slaanesh Lord, which is something that is special. Sorry, I forgot to check the Charybdis value. But I don't want to keep Pope Patty waiting. You accepted Pope Patty's Best of One Imperial Road challenge. Okay, nice. Select your faction, Slaanesh, of course. Okay, so here's the thing. Last time I played versus Petonia, things were not very pretty. Now, there's a chance Chosen can actually help. Maybe. Maybe Chosen are amazing here. Right? Do you think I can beat Petonia if I just, like, do this? Do you think Foot Squires beat these guys? I will say it is 60 melee defense. Oh, these are just Chosen. Chosen Hell Scourges. Could try it. Could try it. Just like a heavy armor. I will say a lot of people are just like, just go for the infantry build. So, you know what? So be it. And then I can countercharge his cavalry with my cav. And Lord-wise, Dakala's just good. You can't really go wrong with Dakala. So at least there's that. At least there is the Dakala. Man, there's like no units here though. It really feels like there's nothing going on. Can I take an Alores on foot? How cheap are they? If I just go foot Lores, 700 gold base, but they have pretty decent stats. And they don't die to Alberic's anti-large aura. Plus they can Pavane and Locus of Beguilement. So for 1,000 gold, you have something that's kind of hard to snipe. And they can Pavane. I guess that's okay. I guess that's decent. What else do I want? This goes against everything that's... This just goes against everything that I would usually do. You know, I'll go a Chaos War Shrine. The thing is, any amount of archers, right? So here's the problem. I need to deal with archers. So it's not even the Pavane that's important. I think they did say that Pendulum is really good here, though. So maybe I just go Pendulum and no Pavane. And then the War Shrine can just tank the human, I guess. I can get a Devotee crossbow. Honestly, I'm just kind of... I just want to see how much trouble this gives. I don't actually expect it to be good. You know what I mean? And you know what? Another Hell Scourge, because people love them so much. Throw gold chevrons on the Chosen. Oh, man. If he brings trebuchets, I can dodge at least. Why did they give the Charybdis a splash attack size of 5 against large? Oh, that's weird. Does that mean it... If there's only one large unit, will it just hit that one unit? Or can it only do a maximum of 1/5 of its damage? If it's a max of 1/5, that's actually really bad. But if it means it just spreads the damage if it's fighting multiple targets, that's not as bad. The only time it'd be relevant is if it's fighting cavalry and it's hitting the cavalry instead of your lord. But I think that's all I can think of. Ready, good luck, have fun. All right, let's do this. The call out button. You got your mods fixed? Awesome. Bring one Hell Scourge. That's all you'll need. I think like one Hell Scourge chosen is interesting. You have a really strong centerpiece, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe these guys just crump Foot Squires, and then it's fine.
Regale me.
I definitely want a Slaanesh build, though, that is, like, unbeatable for Bretonia. It needs to be just rock solid. Foot Squires probably trade up but die. Technically, this is the same price as 6 Foot Squires. So, if Pope Patty can only bring 5 Foot Squires, we trade all of them.
In anticipation.
We trade all of them, and then the last chosen pushes through and crumps all the archers. This build also doesn't have a lot of Foot Squires, interestingly enough. He went for the Halberd dudes, which is even better. And Dakala can support too, with the elixir here. But the plan is to get a sick pendulum off, first and foremost. And then use the shrine to make nothing die. Double Paladin's kind of cool. So I could take a Devotee crossbow. They only have 7,000 HP, so they will get wrecked by the bowman. But importantly, they can rout off the bowman with their shots. It's a little risky because obviously there's going to be a lot of cavalry here. But I think there's some potential. There's definitely a little bit of something they can get done. Pendulum is also very fun. We'll give it a go. We shall give it a go. Dakala is gonna get her thing. She's gonna Whirlwind of Death. Goodbye. Couple of these men-at-arm polearms. Just gotta run for her life. Dakala's pretty fast, right? 75 speed, just enough to keep away from the paladins. So I can't get in with the war shrine yet. He'll obviously just get shot to death. Whoa, whoa. Oh, he's shooting Dakala at the same time too. Okay, pretty sick jukes though. Pretty sick jukes. Then we get the bowman here. Then I pendulum these guys while they're mid-shot. That should clear them out pretty well. Very nice. War shrine is in. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start spamming these guys. The bowmen have suffered greatly. And Dakala should be able to debuff these guys pretty dramatically. I got to make sure she actually lands the hit for the debuff. Devotees are going to brace for that cav charge. Kind of weird, but this is actually gonna work. There we go. The call is cooking. The call is cooking very hard, actually. Very nice. And the war shrine is still alive. Very nice. The paladins aren't doing so well. This war shrine's actually decently fast at 43 speed. And I actually kind of like the Foot Allures. Knights of the Realm are getting murdered too. Yeah, Foot Allures is kind of hype. I just punched through the front line. And then without a front line, the archers are in big trouble. Now that comet hurt. Hurt pretty bad, actually. But if I can somehow push into this line here, I think we'll be okay. It's too bad these chosen do no damage whatsoever. But I guess that's okay. I guess it's fine. The man, though, they really do not cook very hard, do they? Okay. At least Dakala is pretty good. Can the Chosen do anything that actually involves killing? I don't know. They're doing their best. They're doing their best. It's all that matters. And I might be able to pin down these Pegasus Knights finally. Dakala is a tanky lady. She'll be great. Ah, here we go. Chosen are getting in there. They're putting in the work. Here we go. I think it's kind of working. And the shrine is hype, I guess. I guess the shrine is kind of hype. The Allures is there. Ah, hell yeah. The Chosen are in. George. Oh, man. Why did I even pendulum the front line, though, if these guys are going to do absolutely nothing? How's the War Shrine charge? Was the War Shrine not charging? 63%. Okay, that's okay. That's decent, I guess. I will say I am very unimpressed, but hey, I guess the Chosen aren't dying. It's just everything else is kind of dying. Everything else is slowly being burned down. It's a little awkward, but it's okay. Like, I am winning. And admittedly, that is a benefit compared to my previous matches versus Betonia, right? You know, admittedly, the Chosen are not dying. So that's pretty cool, right? That is something that's actually impactful. My War Shrine has 400 value, which feels really low for some reason. It's been chilling here the whole game, so maybe the War Shrine sucks, but the Chosen, not as bad as I thought. I will say Ponty did overcommit with some cavalry. So some of them should definitely not have... Oof, okay. Some of them should not have gone in for the backfield dive. Let's just use this ability. I don't even know if I'm winning this, by the way. This is still kind of sketchy. Like, the call is not the healthiest right now. And the War Shrine's on the run. It's a Whirlwind is height. I swear, everyone who knows what they're doing against me, though, always goes for that Ulora snipe. I personally feel like... Yeah, there goes my lord. I personally feel that, the Chosen could have been replaced with Forsaken, and it would have been 50 times better. Anyone else getting that vibe? I guess they're capturing this point here. That's kind of cool, I guess. They are very good at holding the points. I'll give them that. But, yeah, the Fey Enchantress is much better than the War Shrine. Is it enough, though? Look at these guys. They're definitely going to get that point. Ticket-wise, I'm doing okay. It's going to take 50 years for these guys to die. So, yeah, I guess we're just chilling here now. I guess we're just chilling. These poor Chosen. Like, you see what I mean? They don't do anything, man. All they do is just walk around and do nothing. I need some fiends to clear out the cheap cav. Okay, at least those guys are netted down. Okay, so he is going to come in with some knights. I have some fiends, though. These guys are dead. I don't get the triple cap, which is very important. But I guess these guys will distract the knights forever. So that's pretty cool. And I guess the devotee crossbows are also chilling. Gotta stay away from the Fey Enchantress. She's kind of terrifying. Looks like at least we have a match. I will say it felt like things were going generally better for me, but we only have an even match. Maybe that's just matchup advantage. Or maybe it's just misplays from the cavalry. But it feels like, you know, if he made a big play on me... I don't know how I feel about my position. It's kind of nice, though. These guys still aren't dying. They're on their way to paying for themselves, too. It's pretty funny. He's charging the fiends. You can tell by the direction they're going. So I can charge him with the cav here, and then they get bullied. It's a nice little micro trick there. These guys are still alive, too. They have paid for themselves. And these ones are still being an absolute menace. So maybe it's not too bad. I can even start saving up. I still have a full HP Chosen over here. And we're getting a lot of army ability because of all the peasants that are dying. Just gotta make sure these guys don't rout is all. Okay, that's big. Can I kill the Fey? Can I kill the Fey Enchantress here? Some Knights of the Realm are a little out of position. I'm gonna rampage them. Because he's gonna want to save the Fey Enchantress. Okay, they're just gonna get rampaged though. Thus leading to their deaths. I am saving up for Dakala. I think a Dakala play is the smart way to go. Because the value gain I will get is absurd. And those knights did die. You know what? You know what? I think one unit of Chosen might actually be very problematic for Betonia. I don't know for sure though, because we didn't deal with any foot squires. But this is not bad. Look who doubted the Chosen. I gotta say, this is not bad. Basically full HP and lots of value. But he didn't have any foot squires. That's literally the main counter to him. So, I don't know. It is a very hard read. We finally have Dakala back. Dakala should be able to pay for themselves pretty quickly because of just the raw killing power. And I have a lot of time too. Just having the leadership improves all these units also. And the Fey Enchantress, her Mortis engine is not as scary as a typical Mortis. And the Chosen are on the point, I guess. I guess they're on the point, given a lot of capture weight. Sure. One could say they're doing all right. Good to call a hit. I have to be a little careful though. Crap, I accidentally hit the 3 button, so I got rid of that ability. I guess I'll do the melee attack one. The call is pretty beat up. Or no, they're pretty fresh right now. So it's actually totally fine if I just do this. And just get him in here. I want him to pile in on Dakala so I can whirlwind them all to death. Whirlwind, oh my goodness, working out very well. Dakala clutching it. Nothing over here just yet. Very good. Okay, look at that. Yeah, Dakala with the insane melee attack boost too is getting work done. I'm gonna go for the Fey Enchantress snipe now. We'll see if I can get that done. That might have just been a throw of the Hellstriders though. It's a little awkward. The Paladin's gone. Fey Enchantress is at 600 HP. That's still a decent amount. Dakala does cause terror though. This is a very pitched battle. I think if Ponti's build was slightly different, I'd be screwed. But at the end of the day, a win is a win. And I was memeing with Chosen, but they actually did not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. Especially when you have like all those archers over there. They can really just ignore the fact that the archers exist at all. This is still a little sketchy though. It's not... The battle is not over, but the fact that this point is taking so long to get secured is very nice for me. Dakala has to be extraordinarily careful though. If I lose Dakala again, that would be kind of embarrassing. They have their bonuses though. So I can give her more melee defense if I feel like this is just going to be a long grind. I do have the big whirlwind in 20 seconds, and I have more units here I can bring in. Fey Enchantress trying to cycle charger. Favor of the Fey on these guys, so I'll stick with the damage reduction. Then I'll just kind of bait these guys around. There's not enough capture weight here. Not enough capture weight to actually take this point, so I am in no rush. Though I have to be a little bit careful is all, right? Just a smidge. Maybe I can bully the Fey Enchantress. Gonna see. Call is fast. Fey Enchantress kind of slow. Oh, Fey got hit. Oh, she got terror routed. Oh my goodness. Big Dakala hit. Yo, Dakala resummon. Very hype. I could resummon the War Shrine if I really wanted to. That would be kind of funny. Not bad, not bad. Pegasus Knights doing the bestest. But I can start swarming with Hellstriders. Yeah, I guess you really don't need Seekers. Hellstriders really do get the job done. Very nice. So those guys are dead. These guys are on their way out. And there's no way he gets this point, right? I even got the sick Chosen back cap over here. They're crushing it. I will say these knights, these Royal Pegasus Knights, are being extremely annoying. They're being very annoying. What's the base melee defense? It's pretty high. Kala will be able to get on this point though. I don't think Ponti is able to capture this. He's stuck spamming peasants over here. We did the dive away with the cav he was trying to charge. And Hellstrider spam for Slaanesh is a tale as old as time. There's the whirlwind of death. Gonna completely murder these guys. And victory is ours! Fey Enchantress shatters. Huzzah! Huzzah! What a match! Don't know how I feel about it, but success is a success. This is the first win against Petonia that I've had without the mask in a long time. GG, well played. Playing without the mask is definitely way more difficult. It is way, way more of a pitched battle. All right, so I'll just queue again. Ongoing matches versus Pope Patty. Nice. Oh, and it's showing his Beastmen for some reason. What is going on? Weird. I guess website's still in development. Shrine was pretty bad. The Shrine was worse than the Chosen. By all accounts, actually. The Chosen did great. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Alrighty, so what's the map? Map is Edge of the Darkwood. Okay, so this is bad. The Chosen are okay. I might go for like a 2 of. The Call is good, and Foot Allures is actually not bad either. This is a very slow build, though. Yeah, the Slaanesh Shrine, even in the best circumstances, was pretty bad. I don't like that. I think Pleasure Guard, maybe. I think Pleasure Guard could maybe get some work done. Personally, though, what I want to do is I want to just spam Forsaken. So, like, maybe 1 Chosen, get a bunch of Forsaken. Marauder Horsemen are bait. They just die because they get caught by the super fast Pegasus. But essentially what I'm doing here is I go a much more heavy infantry build. We bring the Pendulum to kill peasants. And then I just kind of bog them down with the Hellstrider play. Demonettes feel extremely risky, but if they can actually uptrade Foot Squires, they would be amazing. These guys are garbage. Fiends were pretty good. But, yeah, I feel like I need a way to deal with Pegasus Knights, but, you know, I guess some theories is just who needs to deal with them if you have nothing that actually dies to them. Yo, is this guy a White King? Is this Scabscraft? Oh, man, dude. It's honestly not the worst, but he's not nearly as tanky as a White King, so screw that business. That is useless to me. Let's try something like this. I'm actually just curious to see how a more infantry heavy style works versus Petonia. But if he goes for a mobility style, it's gonna be the Kala that has to hard carry. And we'll see. Yeah, shout out to Risotto. The site is great. It is actually very well developed. It's essentially what I wanted my Discord bot to be, but better. But better. Slaanesh Shrine is the worst out of all the shrines. It's supposed to be a Mortis engine, though. Isn't that good? Also, isn't the Corn Shrine worse? Because it's just a damage boost in melee. Oh, no, it gives Fizz Res, right? The Undivided Shrine. Undivided? No, that one gives physical resist, and the Corn one ward save, was it? Dude, no one runs any of the shrines. How can you even power scale something that you that never sees any play? The only one that is obviously the best is the Tzeentch and the Nurgle, I guess. Because at least the Nurgle heals. But even that one, people don't really run. Not really, right? But alright, so here's the idea. So I have my Demonettes. They're here to kill Foot Squires. I have my Chosen to kill infantry. And then I'm gonna spam a bunch of cheap light cavalry who actually can hurt the Pegasus Knights and such. Pendulum to deal with archers. Dakala to deal with anything trying to blob on top of it. You run shrines? Terrifying. Tzeentch Shrine sees play. Yeah, but not like true, like, you know, tournament play. Like, Tzeentch doesn't even see play at the highest level. I did lose to Tzeentch earlier, but I mean, like, they're so bad against so many factions. It's risky. It's very risky. Though they're probably a little better than I give them credit for. I'll give you that. Flackadoom, Alberic. Got some skirms going for the fire point. Not a big deal. Yeah, Berserk plays some Tzeentch, but this is like saying Zargs plays Skaven. Right? This is just faction mains doing faction main things. I don't think they're truly scary. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's gonna change or something. But I am extremely skeptical. Skepticism 1 million. Do I want infantry here? This is a lot of infantry. I'm gonna go for the Forsaken here. Oh, look at that sick play. You think he'll notice? He noticed. What the crap? It's fine. I'll take a little bit of shooty damage to decap this point a bit. So this is a big ol' infantry build. I'm gonna dodge at long distance. Flex the micro a little bit. The big thing is how I take this fight, though. Foot Squires, technically, they, in theory, uptrade into basically all of this. His knights are slightly out of position, though. I think I can actually just go for it. I want the Forsaken on these guys. And then I gotta pull away here. Okay, Dakala is in. Dakala definitely wants to whirlwind them. Very nice. Whoops. Those Hellstriders are a little bit getting roughed up a little bit. But damage-wise, it's okay. I think a Pendulum there is fine enough. I just gotta get a little bit of work in. And that should cause some leadership issues, I think. It's gonna be close, but not quite there. The thing is, though, the Forsaken have already outflanked my opponent. So that's gonna be some trouble. We have a knight here that is a little AFK. That's very good for me. And the goal is to disrupt these archers and then win the melee fight. We do that, we are in an amazing position. And indeed, the archers are on the run. These Foot Squires are in a very awkward position. These ones are actually just completely out of position. Forsaken that push through should loop around to catch units by rear charging like this. And the Chosen are holding up well. I'll give them that. The Kala looks like she may be in trouble soon, but it's not too bad. I just gotta hammer this position super hard. Like, just get him out of here, right? Just slam dunking him. don't know if I should have gone that Fury. That might be a bad idea. We'll see.
Spine shivers.
Alberic doesn't do super great here either, by the way. So now that he's all alone, should be pretty rough. And this pendulum should hurt quite a bit. But yeah, he doesn't have good healing. I think we can make use of that. Pendulum worked out pretty well. Chosen holding up, actually. The Allure S is doing great too. Look at that. Big old debuff there.
The pact requires it.
Alberic's just straight up dying, actually. And the Forsaken are body blocking. This battle's just turned out really well for me. Chosen are doing pretty well. They did face tank a good old Foot Squire Chargerino, so the fact that they're alive is really nice. That Whirlwind is definitely going to bully Alberic. It might even get him low enough to rout. If it does, that's huge because I can chase him off with Furies. But it seems like the guy's just going to terror out and escape. Units that route off tend to be really good at just running. So it's a little unfortunate, but hey, you know, it's going pretty well. Chosen technically did not pay for themselves, but we'll give them a pass this time. I'm gonna see what these Furies can do. I don't really want to just dive them into the Foot Squires, but we shall see. Middle fight is still a little awkward, admittedly. Oh, and my Furies are really glitching. They're really janking. That's bad. Still, though, it's gonna be a nice charge. It's gonna be a nice hit. And with the Kala getting another charge on Alberic, maybe this is the time where he finally dies. Yes, there we go. Gave her the melee attack boost. So they added plus 36 melee attack to this ability. It's actually really nice when you really want to get that hit off. I think Alberic just died too. Huge. Very nice, very nice. I will say Dakala is insanely good at hitting targets. One of the only guys that can get base 100 melee attack. But this battle's not over yet, sadly for me. Unfortunately, the battle is not over. But I do have a rampage for these Pegasus Knights. I think I can maybe make use of that. Yeah, I'm gonna rampage them in and hopefully get them away from my Health Riders. No, they're gonna get chased down. It's not the end of the world though. Like, Fascination is still pretty solid, but yeah, there's a little bit of a problem in that the call is really low, and like an Alberic resummon could really mess her up. That was a really good Fascination though. Dang, that does some work. Okay, what I really need though is for Dakala to live. We got one thingamajig over there dying. We have a few archers here still alive that need a hunting. But if I keep spamming out Hellstriders, I think we'll be okay. Gonna save that Whirlwind of Death for a bit later. I want to get the Whirlwind, but we can't afford it just yet. It has a very long cooldown, and optimizing for it is important. I see some free Foot Squires here, at least I can bully. Yo, Allure S on foot is actually very fast. It's kind of cool. I don't know how I feel about the Chosen still. I'd say they're still okay. I need to clear these archers really bad. They gots to go. That should do it though. Peasant archers are very bad on the leadership front. And indeed they go. That's gonna secure me this point, and I still have pressure here. That's gonna force my dear opponent here to send a unit to try and fix this. Dakala's reduced their melee attack too, or at least you should be. Come on, Dakala, you have elixir. Use the elixir, lady. Okay, I don't know if the elixir actually triggered there. That's a little rough. Can I get them routed before Alberic shows up though? If I do, that'd be huge. Looks like probably not though. It's okay. Oh crap, Alberic's on her face. I should be able to catch skirmishers at least. Fiend speed buffs are perfect for that. In the meantime, the Kala is chilling. Alberic gets the big hit though. They did not catch the skirmishers, my bad. And it looks like we still have a fight, though the Kala will live with 39 HP. He will probably die, but resummoning Alberic is simply too expensive of a loss for my opponent. Because now he has no capture weight. No capture weight, no win. Very close battle though. This was actually extremely close. Fun one. I still don't know how I feel about the Chosen. I know you guys were looking at the Chosen holding the line and you're just having the greatest time of your lives, but is it really better than Forsaken? Are they really doing more than what a unit of Forsaken would do? My skepticism is immeasurable. Oh, here comes Alberic again. Ooh, these knights might get charged. Pretty good charge. Question is, do I want a pendulum on their faces? I don't think it's even needed. Dude, Hellstriders are insane. Do they still resummon with Soul Hunters? I swear, as unit. Look at that. Just a bunch of Hellstriders and Fiend debuffing them. Hellstrider Fiend, the best combo. Now he's triple cap. At least we know the Slaanesh late game is still amazing. They can tank Comets of Cassandora. I will say that is pretty hype. Though 2 units of Forsaken can also tank Comet of Cassandora in a sense. The idea being you just have so many units, it doesn't matter if you lose like half of Forsaken. Losing half of Forsaken is the same as losing a third of a thingamajig. Right. Oh, where you going? Where you going with these knights? Just debuff them. There we go. That pendulum will definitely give them the works. Yeah, very nice. Okay, for you guys, I'll get the Chosen. He will never capture this point again. So this Chosen got 600 value. I don't think that's impressive. I bet you one of my Forsaken got more value than this Chosen, but they were the centerpiece. They were put in the worst possible position. Yo, Alberic actually have put Allure S, I think is actually really cool secret tech. Not being large makes her so much tankier, and she's already insanely fast anyways, right? Nobody's gonna, you know, you don't need her on the mount. And then you get the cost savings. It's hype. I actually really dig the Fort Allures. Dang, look at that. But this was still too close for comfort. I think if I was facing like a Zarix playing the same build, just from, you know, slight micromanagement, they'd probably still wreck me. Can I kill Alberic here with Narcissism? This Foot Allures has 2,000 value. 7,000? Where am I getting that number from? But yeah, 2,000 value. They're kind of cooking Alberic. Come on, big 2K. Give me the 2K. Nah, GG will play. Not bad, not bad. I would say that's, you know, it's all right. It's not bad. Chosen got 600. Forsaken got 1,000. This one got 1,300. So this Chosen got as much as like this Demonette. That's not that good. I know they anviled for a little bit, but I could have had 2 Forsaken flanking them up. I think just having lots of Forsaken is better. GG well played. Not bad, not bad. The Kala is pretty cool, of course. Allures, 2K. I think Pendulum for the Bowman is a really, really important thing. I always thought you would want Pavane to get some picks. But no, if they don't have Peasant Archers, life just kind of sucks. 6-0. No longer washed. I don't know. We haven't, like, beating Popetti's Petonia is good, but I think I don't have the full strats yet. Like, I always knew this would be good versus Bretonian infantry builds, going very infantry heavy. Honestly, I think just Mass Forsaken is the way. You don't really need more complicatedness than that. But I don't know if it beats a mobility build. Okay, I'm matching to Patty again. The map is... Rift at World's Edge. Okay. Rift at World's Edge. Last match, they had like 2.5k value. Like, if the Chosen get the perfect situation, they can get a lot of value. But I think Foot Squire is basically a guarantee. I'm gonna try this infantry style, because I wonder if it's strong enough to beat a mobility Betonia build. The mobility Betonia build is the only real other threat, so like spamming Hippogriff Knights and the like, that kind of business. If this build wins against that, then it's actually kind of a miracle. So the idea is I have just a giant infantry push that should be able to beat other Bretonian infantry builds, but then the secret sauce is I have just a little bit more. I have just a little bit more oomph. I kind of want to try Pleasure Guard here. How expensive are they? Ludicrous? Yeah, pretty ludicrously expensive. Let's see. Pendulum is smart. What, do I just take one horseman? The thing is, it's just gonna die instantly. That doesn't feel good. If I take a Fury, it's gonna get hunted down. I could upgrade a Forsaken to the Bringers of Beguilement. That's actually not the worst idea, though, because it also beats infantry builds still, right? I think Furies are basically useless. I'll just take a spear. But yeah, idea is very simple. Have enough of an infantry squad to beat their infantry, and then hope that the Foot Allure S is enough to debuff a big blob fighting build. 3 Chosen or 5 Forsaken with 500 gold to spare. Yeah. I can see 3 Chosen being better in some situations. But if I actually want to get into the backfield, Forsaken are better. I'm ready to be wrong, though. Forsaken, I think, are better capture rate-wise per gold spent because they're cheaper. So you're, yeah. Like, the Chosen Hell Scourges are twice as much, but they only have 20%, no, 40% more capture rate. You know, some Russian players like Whip Marauders in this matchup. It's a fun idea. If you get really good at bracing, I can see Whip Marauders getting a little bit of work done. I'm not that good at bracing myself, but I can kind of see it. Okay, let's do it. Okay, yeah, so this is the interesting thing. So what if the Bretonian player... Man, my eyes are dry again. What if the Bretonian player goes for something crazy like this? So this has much less DACA. It's just a bunch of mounted yeomen. But I have way less agency, you see? So any summons I bring in are gonna get bullied.
My spine shivers.
There's gonna be some Pegasus Knights in the air.
Craving. Hither.
This map is even a little hard to dodge missiles too. It's a little awkward. I can thankfully get on this point pretty fast though. And the bringers of beguilement are of course very hype. Dakala can... She can do Dakala things. She can do glorious Dakala things. Then she's going to decrease Alberic's melee attack to 0, thus making him much weaker. And then I just have to start pushing these points. So I have to be a little careful. I need to actually summon in units eventually. This map, the points are actually not too far, so I can pretty easily do the bouncing back and forth. And my opponent has to be really nimble with this force to pull it off. Some Knights of the Realm, not a big deal. And the capture weight is mine. There was not enough to disrupt. Very good. Pleasure Guard, very good at catching units if he's not careful. You could see they have quite the charge, quite the high amounts of speed. And the Forsaken, of course, too, don't care that much about Mounted Yeomen. Mounted Yeomen are actually being bullied pretty hard by the Pleasure Guard. Very nice to see. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're gonna charge my units. It's gonna be pretty rough, actually, for these here Forsaken, as their formation is completely broken into. Dakala is arriving to help out, but a little late. My opponent making some big plays, for sure. Just gonna summon in a unit. Light committal, light committal. We know, though, that with all these guys here, it's gonna be very hard to actually... yeah, like disengage and the like. It's gonna be a little awkward. A little difficult. And in the trees, I can definitely fight some Pegasus Knights. I saved up for these Hellstriders because I knew he would see a lone fiend and go for the pick. They do have Strider in the trees though. I have to be careful. But this far side's going pretty well. The fiends did get some pretty good work done, and I will be able to get more Hellstriders in. We got a big route too. That's good. Very nice. Knights of the Realm get countered by fiends. These okay, so those are the Pegasus Knights. I just have to be a little careful that I don't get stuck in a horrible engagement. This is close to becoming really bad because Alberic is there, obviously. But my hit squad is still okay. And this might end up just kind of being a trade out. It's still not the prettiest trade out though. This could certainly be a little better. Alberic is just being such a menace. I'm gonna try going for... no, I have to defend my points. I think my opponent will recapture points too quickly if I'm not careful. He might forget about these Yeomen at least. And then I can maybe chase him down with a little bit of that Vanguard there. Gotta remember, I still have the 2 cap, which makes life doubly difficult. And many of these Hellstriders will be rallying, or my opponent has to spend a lot of time chasing them. Both cases are pretty decent for me. Hellstriders just gotta play keep away. These ones will be chased off though. And these fresh Hellstriders are also gonna get bullied because of Alberic. But maybe they can actually stick around. These guys over here are pretty nasty. Just have to be a little careful that I don't get too overextended. But yeah, Pleasure Guard there are nice. I think I can afford to get a Hellstrider to maybe start capturing this point too. We're holding pretty well over here. But see, this is like me getting caught out again, right? He's really exploiting my overly aggressive positioning. And if he gets this unit, life becomes more difficult. Now they can still flee to safety. And maybe the time saved here will be able to do well. You know, he's not capturing these points, but dang, okay, very expensive unit has died. So that's my big misplay this game so far. It's actually quite a dramatically big misplay. At the very least, it's going to take them a long time to die, and I will be able to secure the triple cap because of it. But we basically rapidly increased trading for a few more tickets, which is not the best. It's not the end of the world. It's not the best thing in the world. It is simply okay. Still though. Oh crap, I didn't get the point. Oh, that's terrible. He's gonna need to pull in some units there, but you can see he's gonna have to rotate around right now. And that's just gonna be difficult. He doesn't want to be spending all his time trying to like rotate around here. But he has to. Right, he has to like either go for the fight or try and secure the points. It's gonna be difficult either way. We know Dakala here is definitely a menace, and this Allure-S can get a lot of work done. Plus, I have more Hellstriders coming in. This fight's getting a little wide, so Alberic can't really help out either. He can't help everywhere, is the important thing. And if I, yeah, just pendulum these Knights of the Realm, that'll be good. We got the Bringers of Beguilement cooking. A little bit of a failed charge over there, too. He's trying to break my forces. But Dakala's going to try and turn the tides with her Whirlwind. If units are routing nearby, it makes other units have higher leadership. And this is an okay situation. If I didn't lose my expensive dudes, this would be much better for me. But at least Dakala is still alive. And we have Bringers here. And he's being ultra debuffed everywhere, right? The infantry strats are not bad. They're holding up surprisingly well even. Maybe I can kill Alberic. Let's Unyielding Assault and maybe get a big hit on them. We'll see, we'll see. If these guys land, we'll sandwich them. It looks like he wants to just sacrifice his Pegasus Knights. This is a little sketchy. But I think a big Overcast Pendulum there can actually clean up. And this trading is making it very difficult for Bretonia to resecure points. But the call is taking a lot of deeps now. So she's going to have to switch modes. Bringers of Beguilement are okay here. They're, yeah, it's kind of awkward. But their debuff is really high. It's -8 melee attack. So in the grind, it is not the worst. And if I can keep this trading going, if I can keep things relatively equal, it's actually a really good position for me because eventually my opponent's going to have a hard time on tickets. That's kind of the end goal that we're working towards here. Give him a really hard time securing points and force as many blob fights as we can, because eventually the cavalry will just run out of juice, and they can't uptrade Forsaken. Forsaken are the bomb. They're also much faster than Chosen. Thank you very much. They're way faster than Chosen. I have a little bit of a fight over here. Gotta be a little careful. Have some rallying units. He's casting some spells and such, but big debuff. Gonna reduce the leadership of all these guys and the melee defense. This should be the death blow. I think ooh, yeah, Unyielding Assault. Reduce that melee attack. Yeah, Alberic. Forced to retreat because of the debuffs. Dakala's still doing great. She still has a Whirlwind. Gonna need to switch dances soon though. And there's still a lot of knights here. Thankfully I still have some infantry, but it's very scary. Like if Dakala dies, this could go really south very, very quickly. Let's just keep running. I'm playing super annoying with these guys now. Ooh, Dakala got hit. I don't know if I can kill Alberic here. Okay, that's pretty bad. That's pretty rough. It's pretty rough.
The pact requires it.
Oh, he might have slow warned me. No! Dakala should have stuck with the Olores. That's a misplay. Oh, and a route. Honestly, not bad though, considering that I was misplaying. I had two big misplays. I lost out on one of my units, and then I lost the call up. I'm gonna run with these Hellstriders this way. No, not the overextension. The problem is I have to hold for 2.5 minutes, and he's spamming cavalry now to these points. I don't think there's a way I can come back now. The value trading is not good enough. But I will try. I will try. So Loras is doing her best. Gonna chuck a big old pendulum over there. It's gonna do a little bit of damage. Very nice. And I'm gonna try and rotate over here. I was hoping Takala would get more work done on Alberic, but that anti-large got her. Not terrible though, considering the map and everything. If I just didn't lose the Pleasure Guard, we'd be fine. The Pleasure Guard are almost as expensive as Dakala. But yeah, I have to hold this point for like 50 years now. Just a little bit of a problem. I have to hold this point for like 5 minutes, 4 minutes. And it's already half captured. No. No. I just needed to play a little bit more cagey. Yeah, I'm basically army wiped. Brutal. Can the Fiends cook though? I think with Alberic's bonus versus large, we're still screwed, but you never know. There's so many human though. Yeah, okay, this is GG. I won't stay longer than I need to. GG, well played. I don't think Chosen would have done good there either. I do think they would have done better than the Pleasure Guard. Pleasure Guard felt okay. They actually did trade a decent amount. The Olores was fine. Not having Melkoths was a little punishing though. Dakala was good. Fiends were okay, though they can be bullied. Forsaken were really good. High mass, keeping them safe. But yeah, there were a few instances where he just got free picks and then I ran out of units. Trixie. I wonder if there's like a degenerate build though. Okay, so if that's how it goes, I gotta try the degenerate build. It felt okay, right? But it's not... That's not like... I would never play Slaanesh in a tournament if I felt like that's how close the games would be. Let's queue up again. Oh, actually. Oh. Oh, I think I have my Warhammer League games. Oh, we might actually play some land battle. What a good time right after the loss. First game without Chosen as a loss. What a coincidence. True. Yeah, I think I can tussle with like lesser Bretonnian players, but I think anyone worth their salt is still gonna beat Slaanesh with Bretonnia, unless I get the mask. If I get the mask, it's an insta win. Some people would say the mask is an insta win no matter what. And honestly, they probably tip the balance enough for most Slaanesh matches. Anyways, I'm messaging my Warhammer League tournament. We might see some land battle games. Should I play Slaanesh in land battle with Chosen? Azazel leadership bomb. Leadership bombs are really bad in this game. So doing damage is always better than decreasing leadership. Usually you only need a little bit of a leadership hit to tip them over the edge. Okay, yeah, he's ready. I'll get a lobby. Okay, nice. That's gonna be the end of the laddering today. I'm just gonna do this best of 3 for the Warhammer World Cup. And then we're gonna call it a day. Melkoths? Melkoths on the LRS would be a good idea. I was wondering if I could get away without it. Like, the build was intentionally hoping that, you know, the build is seeing if I can win against Petonia without going so crazy on the anti-mass mobility build. But it looks like I need to... It looks like if I want to beat Petonia, I need some level of build reading. I need to choose either to go hardcore crush the infantry or hardcore crush the mobility. And if I do that, then it's probably fine, which gets the matchup to like 50-50. That's not terrible. It's not terrible. But all right, let's do this. Lane battle. It's been 50 years. Galbaraz, and then what's the rule set for the World Cup? I swear it's always a little janky. Top chooses maps and picks 3 factions to play and bans 1 faction. They've banned Empire and High Elves. My 3 will be... let's hear 3 factions. I think Dark Elves are fun. I think Ogres are pretty good in land battle. Actually, Ogres in land battle can cook so hard. Dark Elves, Ogres, and Wood Elves. That's probably a safe lineup, right? Probably a pretty safe lineup, and then I'll ban Kislev. Sure, why not? Let's do this. Land battle games are very fast, by the way. Don't Mask versus Nurgle. Does a Mask get like nuked by Rancid Visitations? Why Pendulum? To kill archers. The leadership bombs are bad, but I use Boris in half my Empire games. That's not like a bomb, though. It's like leadership grenades. Leadership grenades are amazing. Because you just like chuck them out wherever units are about to rout. That's where it's really at. Rancid is super good for Foot Lords. Makes sense. But yeah, so I've gone Dark Elves, Ogres, and Wood Elves, and I've banned Kislev. Very nice. You think, what do you think my opponent's gonna counterpick with? Next game, I get to counterpick them. Generally, by the way, for land battle, I like either going for the super defensive builds or the super rushy builds. Kiting actually feels really weird in land battles. You can get cornered into the edge of the map very easily. Yeah, Pendulum's anti-infantry. Super hard anti-infantry. Alright, what you gonna do, son? They're thinking. Bring a Greater Demon Lord, 4 Horsemen, and a bunch of Fiends. Slongors and Forsaken. Dude, you can do anything versus Nurgle, man. What do you mean? What do you mean? I think you could pretty easily beat Nurgle with the Mask, you know? Just eat the Rancid Visitations, who cares? Whatever, man. You can beat Nurgle with... Just the Forsaken are such a huge problem. Unless Rot Knight. Unless Rot Knights end up being good. Who knows? Maybe that cylindrical buff really did something for him. He picks Wood Elf. No, bans Wood Elves. Picks Chaos. I'll play. He's picking Chaos. Eh? I could play Dark Elves. I could play Dark Elves into Chaos. That sounds pretty chill. Am I wrong? Am I incorrect? I kind of want to play Dark Elves. Let's play Dark Elves. I think Ogres is probably better generally, but I think Dark Elves have so much cool stuff. Let me see. What are the rules? What are the Dark Elf restrictions? Dark Elves are unrestricted. Hell yeah. Alright. How bad can Chaos be, really? So they can take Marauder Horseman. They can take a Hell Cannon. Hell Cannon you can definitely deal with a variety of different abilities. I don't think that's a big issue. So then what? Okay, so there could be a Hell Cannon. There's Forsaken, there's Aspiring Champions, there's Horsemen, and then there's Hellstriders. Hellstriders can be a little annoying. Maybe my opponent goes for an Ultra Rush, you know? Maybe we see some Chimera action. That would actually be pretty fancy. I would dig some Chimera plays. That'd be cool. But yeah, I don't know. Blood Beast maybe? You think they're a Blood Beast enjoyer? I don't really see Blood Beast doing that well. And Chimeras can't capture the points either. So surely they're not a big issue. What else is there? What else? He can't take a Dreadmaw. I think Dreadmaw is banned in this format. You think it's gonna be Chaos Knights? Yo, that would be crazy. If he Chaos Knight rushes me. You gotta be a little careful for everything. But in general, I believe Chaos ain't got no teeth here. I'm pretty sure Chaos cannot defeat this. This seems pretty solid. Let's try it. Let's just try it. Bot Knights are actually decent now? Oh, look at that. Not enough to switch the Slaanesh Nurgle matchup? Maybe enough to switch other matchups, though. Yo, it'd be really sick to see more Rot Knight play in general. I think they're really cool. Rot Knights seem like one of those cav units that should be respected. Though making them cylinder or like make them more oval shaped. What does that do? That makes them clump harder. Maybe they do more damage. Maybe. Is that it? Right, as soon as they're ready though. They connect better and are more responsive. Oh, they can maneuver too? Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yo, zinch we're gonna see some Nurgle Mass Rot Knight builds in the future. Are Zinch Screamers any better nowadays? I know they got a buff. Nurgle also has the Nurgling buff. Maybe the Nurglings are hype. Their DPS increase is negligible, but they're more maneuverable. Oh, okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. Maneuverability is a very important thing to have at higher levels. because disengaging a few seconds faster can be the difference between life or death, or making a huge play and doing nothing. Oh crap, it's just a land battle. It's just a land battle. This ain't Conquest. So I've messaged my opponent asking if they want to remake or just play the match. This is my Dark Elf Kite build though, should be fun. Screamer buff was not nearly enough, rip. Unfortunate, very unfortunate. Alright, let's see, what does my opponent want? Okay, he wants to remake, same builds. So we're doing it. Screenshot them builds. There we go. And then Conquest. Galbaraz. Okay, let's do it. How does one Medusa properly? Just shoot and scoot always. So anytime they're in their reload wait period between shots, then make sure they're moving. And if they're always moving, because their shoot time is so short, they can basically always be moving and they'll never get shot. My opponent has 2 Rot Knights, by the way, and 3 Horsemen, and then a bunch of infantry. So he's very likely dying here. The only thing they can do is hope that they can win by tickets. So if they can actually secure this point quickly, they still have to hold it for like 10 whole minutes, and in that time I'm probably just gonna kill them. But you never know. They don't have a Hell Cannon either, which is also very bad. Ready, good luck, have fun. So I'd be a little worried for them. Raven Heralds will be especially difficult to deal with. Flying, shooting cavalry that can't really easily be dealt with. There is that one Chaos Sorcerer. We don't know exactly what magic they have. Maybe it's something crazy. But I can actually just fireball them to death. That's not a big deal. I think it'll be good. So immediately I want to take space, because this is first and foremost a DPS race. This guy is on horse. He has Tormentor Sword and Searing Doom. So just gonna chuck out that fireball on his face. And you get a nice Raven Herald volley over there. Unfortunately, this game's range targeting is so much worse than before. Oh man, dude, CA really botched the how the game works. It's very sad. But yeah, so basically right after the Medusa shoot, just make sure that you move with them and then you'll get a lot of dodges. Gonna use them to bully the Rot Knights. See how they're, yeah, they get their shot off and then they keep on moving. You basically want to do that as much as possible. He's gonna get my units. A fairly nice little catch there, but nothing too crazy. Medusas can now go over here and get some bullying. And I basically just want to not fight his whole army at once, and then we're good. Lord has to be a little careful. And I definitely want to kill these Rot Knights. As long as I keep pulling back, I'm okay. It's been a while since I played many land battles at all, by the way. So expect me to be a little rusty. But that chase off should be good. Gonna get a nice little bullying over there. These Marauders will get bullied by a little bit of charging. If I just keep backing up, I'm totally fine. I have all the time in the world here, really. That's gonna be a big ol' Cloak of Web of Shadows ability cast too. That's a very nice little thing that I can do to get some free work on these guys. I don't think these Rot Knights will be able to do too well either. Hellstriders get countered by the Corsairs. And then I just want these Rot Knights to not heal, but I think I'd rather just try and kill his Lord, really. Just have to be a little careful, though. I have to be a little bit careful that I don't get anything caught or sniped or whatever here. This is a little bit perilous. A lot of my units are blobbing up and there's a Forsaken on top of me, which is probably the worst part. Medusas are actually suffering pretty hard. They need to back it up. His Lord's almost dead, though. As soon as that guy's gone, I'm in a much better position. Very nice. And then Cold One Knight should be able to do well there. And the Medusas are doing all right. Could be a little bit better. His Lord's taking a lot of damage. He's almost dead, too. And the Rot Knights are in a horrible position right now. They're completely surrounded. As long as my guys don't rout, I'll be okay. And I think we're on our way towards that. This is not my best kite game ever, but I think good enough will do. There goes that Lord. Very nice. So I'll just use the Raven Heralds to chase him down. In fact, he's almost dead too. And we got our passive triggered, which is the big dubs. So now it's just the timer, right? I just need to make sure that that goes well. If I can get the Lord killed penalty, that would be huge. I'm actually just going to chuck a fireball to secure the kill, since I think that means we win. Didn't need it, but I'm taking it anyways. My army's going to get a full vigor boost. And that's basically going to end them. It's basically just, you know, it's just a standard kite. Just a standard kite game for the Dark Elves. We just rolled in and we pulled them back and took very advantage engagements because they wanted to get a fight. Otherwise, they would be shot to death. But in taking a fight, they got a huge disadvantage. Basically, everything's routing here. So if I just route off this Forsaken, there's literally nothing left on the field, and then victory is ours. Just need a sick Medusa shot. There it goes. Army losses. Huzzah! Alright. Warhammer World Cup. Game 1. Great success. Very good. If I win the next one, then we are smooth sailing. Looks like a very mean build. It is a very mean build. You'd be correct. Dark Elves do the bullying. GG. Medusas were great. They're also anti-large fighters. Raven Heralds were very annoying. One of the Raw Knights got a lot of work done, actually. But that was mostly because I was misplaying a little bit. It's cool to see them work, though. It's cool to see them being used. It's kind of nifty. Hand bows are very annoying. There were also a lot of missed Searing Dooms. I think if he landed more Searing Dooms, that actually could have gone really badly for me. Good stuff, though. Okay, one more. One more. I'll call it a day. 60 stream streak. Dang. Noble Naldor. Happy to have you here. It's on hard mode now because my streams are so irregular. Yeah, melee Raven Heralds. The huge plays. Why'd you go Fireball? For the Hell Cannon. You need something to kill the Hell Cannon. I think my army can kill literally everything but the Hell Cannon. Beastmen, Wood Elves, and Tomb Kings. Ooh, okay. Beastmen, Wood Elves, Tomb Kings, ban Siege. Ban Tomb Kings, play... So he wants to play on Southern Wastes. Southern Chaos Wastes. So against Beastmen and Wood Elves, they tend to have very similar counters. I think Petonia is amazing, but maybe the Durthu Blob, something that doesn't work in Domination, will be brought here, and then I get wrecked. If it's Beastmen and Wood Elves, Lizardmen have previously been very good there. I think Ogres might be okay versus Beastmen, but only just. I could also go like Grand Cathay. Wait, yo, Cathay, doesn't Cathay just like completely annihilate his face? Dude, I think Cathay's gonna obliterate him, okay? This is actually impossible to lose. in domination, Cathay has to break up their formation. And then life sucks because you're gonna get flanked, you have to hold capture points. In land battle, Cathay just feasts because they sit in the box. He picks Wood Elves, which makes a lot of sense. But can he defeat? Can he defeat this army? My opponent can only take 1 Arrows of Kurnos too, which is huge. That means they can only really kill 1 artillery piece. They also picked the biggest, flattest map, which would usually be good. Not this time, though. I just need me a little bit of magic. What magic do I want? Probably this, if it's Wood Elves. I honestly, I don't see how Wood Elves win this. I personally think my opponent is screwed times a million. I believe them to be so dead, but who knows? They could always have some shenanigans. Wood Elves sometimes will go for just a big ol' rush. You know, just like a million dryads and just swarm in. Get you murdered. That can be pretty scary, actually. So there is a little bit of that to keep in mind. Is Doombolt not better? I think Doombolt's also good. I think Fireball might be able to outvalue Doombolt, though. I also didn't know if Doombolt would track the Hell Cannon or if it would follow the crew if they dismount. So I just went for less risky. Because of game knowledge gaps. I haven't needed to snipe a Hell Cannon as Dark Elves in ages. Let's see here. But yeah, I just need to make sure I don't die to Dryads, right? What's their ammo count right now? For what? Catstalker ammo? The Catstalker ammo is 6 now. It's 6, which is, I guess, it's a number. It's all right, I guess. Proper skirmishers. They're still 1,050 and they still only have 6,000 HP. So I'm pretty sure they're still quite garbage, but you know. I guess the unit is still... I guess it's still kind of cool. I guess it's still alright. Okay, this is kind of a wild build. Is this really what I want to be doing? Yo, should I take Tiger Warriors versus Wood Elf? That seems like it could be a terrible idea. I'm actually seeing some instances now where maybe my build is not as good as I thought it would be. Maybe there are some gaps that I need to be wary of. Personally, I think my opponent is still pretty cooked. I just have to be very careful. Yeah, I still have to be really careful. Yeah, are Celestial Dragon Guard buffed? They were, right? Yeah, this seems like an okay build. It's lacking some of the special pizzazz that I feel like I would usually want, but whatever. Demonettes with bows. Who? 6 is a good buff. You know, maybe. We'll see. I gotta try out the Tigers more later. It follows crew if dismounted. Oh, the Hell Cannon with Doombolt? Oh, that's garbage then. Yeah, Wood Elves versus Grand Cathay. Grand Cathay should be insanely favored here. But maybe they have some crazy tech. Word is ROR Dragon Guard didn't get a mass increase, only the regular ones? Oof, okay. Was it just a mass increase? Dragon's Breath has to be goated in this matchup. I took Wind Blast. I think it's also really good. And that's because I wanted Bathsheba as my lord. Okay, so my opponent has some sort of Man-Tide-esque style. I'm gonna play around here. I'm gonna use this artillery piece to control the point. The cavalry can definitely get some work done there. So Celestial Dragon Guard have what? Forsaken Mass now? 150? 150 is better than before. It's nothing too impressive though. I am not extremely, like, I'm not wowed by it, but it's not terrible. Anyways, the real interesting thing about this build is Bathsheba. So why is Bathsheba so good versus Wood Elves? Because it can straight up detect the entire map. So Kite is actually the hottest garbage. I cannot get Waywatcher kited with Bathsheba. The artillery piece would simply blow them to smithereens. That's probably the best part about it. I'm also going to play a little far back. They got a sick teleport to kill off annoying Waystalkers and the like. I got my cool caster over here. And then I'm just going to use some sick vortexes with these guys. Okay, so it is going to be a bunch of archers. Opponent's just going to walk on forwards. Very standard. Fair. What do I want to kill? Probably the archers, right? I think the artillery's doing pretty well here. Yeah. Starfire shafts are nothing too crazy. It's gonna go in like so. And then boop. So that's gonna do 1,000,000 damage to them. Gonna let the crane gunners cook. I gotta be a little careful. Because these archers, my moonbirds, they don't heal very well. It's gonna be another very nice hit though. Very good, very good. We can use this guy to slow him down. Nice. The moonbirds are a bullying. And the crane gunners are a cooking. So Drycha's definitely gonna want to get in that big ol' get into the fight, right? And use her summon. So I need to have the cavalry on standby there for that. Other than that, though, it should be pretty good. Here comes the big fight. So where's that Dryad summon? I know it's coming. Yep, there it is. So I'm just going to charge him with cav and then back up. And the moonbirds can do well. We're going to debuff Drycha. As long as my front line holds, I'm happy. And as it stands, there's nothing that can really backline dive me. These archers just got bullied by the debuffs. And there's another wondrous wind blast. 23 seconds to the next buff, to the next murderage. These Dryads were successfully shut down. Very nice. Okay, moonbirds again, some crazy work done. If Shiva lives, that Pit of Shades didn't do much either. Just gotta be a little careful. Whoop, just gotta park right above those guys over there. Use the ability, there we go. And that's just gonna murder all of them. That's just straight death for them archers. And Wood Elves without archers is just a nothing faction. They ain't doing anything. A little bit awkward over there, but I think we're still fine. There's another big vortex. Okay, and I just have to kill off these guys now. Crane gunners are really good for cleaning up any archer shenanigans that are abound. Shiva's just gonna teleport here. I gotta be careful killing Drycha because that's just gonna build her ability. But as long as I get the harmony bonuses, I'm in a pretty good situation. I do have another debuff for these guys too. So I'll just get them dead. All the archers are gone. I think we got them. I did lose my caster though. That's a little embarrassing. A little unfortunate there. Artillery crew. He did kill a lot of the artillery. I'll give him that. But I still have 2 moonbirds, man. I still have 2 moonbirds. And they've gone like just ludicrous value without taking damage. Just have to be a little bit careful. But yeah, without cavalry, I think we're okay. It's still a little tenuous. He did kill my caster too. That's actually pretty bad for me. But I have harmonied lancers over here. Moonbird is still alive. There's a lot of wild riders though, and there's still a few archers alive. I do have to be a little wary of that. I do think Bashiva's probably going to be able to kill Drycha though. And if I get one more moon flare here, he's actually just straight up dead. I think the game ends with this moon flare. Oh, he's going to back up. Okay, I'm going to go for these spears instead. Just a little bit of a safer hit. Moonbird's going to run. Okay, there we go. That cavalry unit is basically dead. Moonflare did pretty well. Oh, this bird's getting hunted though. I'm gonna need to use this terror action. Moonbirds are really hard to catch in general though, but this could be a little sketchy, I'm not gonna lie. I think Bashiva here is gonna be sick, especially with those constant debuffs and killing Drycha. I only have the one moon flare left. That's gonna be a little awkward. The question is, where do I want to use it, right? So Bashiva can definitely help there. If I can just clear out the cavalry with the moon flare, there's no way the archers win this, right? So I think I'm gonna do that. It's gonna moon flare him. There we go. That's gonna kill basically everything there. And then I think this game is won off the backs of, yeah, my single entities. As long as I don't get really bad RNG and Bashiva dies or something, this is basically a done deal. Bashiva just dumpstering Drycha, a character who's usually very good at fighting, but Bashiva is indeed the better duelist. Moonbird support, make sure that definitely is going to go my way. They also have insane fire resist, so Starfire shafts are useless against them. It's just really nice all around. If they did capture the point, it actually would have been a little close though, because I'd be really far behind on tickets. I'd have to get Bashiva over there before the match ends, and that could be really awkward. But yeah, this is pretty done. This is pretty done. Let's go. Army losses. Huzzah. Yo, Moonbird's cooked. Oh, hell yeah. The Moonbirds did so much. Nice. Very nice. GG's. Huge. Wood elves without archers are just wood. Yo. Oh man, alright. Still got it. Still got it. The Moonbird plays. They got insane value. This one didn't even take damage, and it paid for itself. This one did great. Artillery forced the fight, which is the most important thing. He did catch one Jade Lancer. I think that was the one trying to stop the Dryads from being annoying. So he did jump my infantry corps, but yeah, these things are crazy, man. And Bashiva with the Drycha kill. Very good. Love it. Dragon's Breath would have been better than the Wind Blast. If he was on a horse, he could Wind Blast the archers and be a little better. And the Wild Riders were actually almost problematic. I'll give him that. Yeah, fun game. Crane Gunners, despite being rushed, actually paid for themselves too. That's nice. It's very nice. I honestly don't think there was anything that could stop Bashiva though. Like Bashiva double Moonbird, nothing here beats that. So they were pretty much doomed from the start. GG's, well played. It was fun streaming with y'alls. But I gotta go report my score now. And as for Slaanesh, I think they're like half redeemed. I'm not gonna beat Bretonia with them ever. You know, just don't play Slaanesh into Bretonia, guys, unless the mask isn't banned. And I think that's it. Peace. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you very much to our supporters. And I'll see you guys next time.